been a while since we wandered anywhere. Our last adventure was heading to South Wales for the week back in June, and now actually we've decided it's time to get out and about just for the weekend. So we're heading to Camp Bedrock, which is just near Mount Edgecombe Park, and it's also near the Cremyll foot ferry, so hoping to get the ferry over to Plymouth. We've not stayed at Camp Bedrock before, we just booked it on Pitch Up. I think it was £22 for the night, so looking forward to seeing that. It looks quite different to places we've stayed before, but always looking for somewhere new, so hopefully somewhere we can share a little bit of a tour and a little bit of a recommendation. But yeah, just stopped off for some fuel and some all important snacks and cider, and yeah, then we'll be on our way. Didn't really think about the fact that it was still the summer holidays, so sat in a lot of traffic. That does give us a chance to eat our sandwiches. Having a good time? Tom's having a lovely time. So we just stopped on the way to our campsite just for one of these little viewpoints that you always find when you stop in a lay-by. So you can see Millbrook just down here, Plymouth over in the distance, and the Tamar Bridge. So just a few minutes from where we're heading, but just a really lovely viewpoint, and yeah, a nice little find.
Yeah, so we've travelled across the whole of Cornwall pretty much to the very east side now. So we're practically on the sort of Devon border, which is the sort of water you can see behind us. According to that sign over there, we're sort of 2 miles away from Cremyll, which is where we're heading. And from there, you can sort of see across to Plymouth as well. So we're nearly there, but we just wanted to stop and see this sort of viewpoint on the way.
Well, we have just arrived at Camp Bedrock, and what an amazing campsite. It's completely different to anything I think that we've stayed at before, but it's in an old ammunition base. So all the old buildings that were left here have all been completely covered in amazing artwork, and we will take you for a little walk and show you around.
Well, this place is a bit different. You can hear the echo. I don't know if you catch that on it, but it's really weird. It's an old, disused depot for fueling for the Navy. And this whole place is just littered with these old buildings. But it's also got, absolutely covered in all of this artwork, the graffiti stuff, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's like somewhere that we've never stayed before, and it's just incredible. There's graffiti just around every corner, and every piece of artwork is tagged by the artist, so you can find their handles on Instagram. But it's just amazing. So yeah, if you haven't visited Camp Bedrock before, we would definitely recommend it. Very back to basics campsite. There's one toilet with sawdust, no shower facilities, no washing up facilities. It's really back to basics, but it's an absolutely fantastic site. So, after exploring the campsite and taking photographs at every single wall, we're now going to pack up the van and head down the footpath to Cremyll and hopefully get the foot ferry over to Plymouth for a couple of hours. So yeah, having a great time so far. It's just so nice to kind of get away, even if it is just for 24 hours, just to come somewhere a little bit different and explore somewhere that effectively is on our doorstep. And what an amazing place to be exploring. So yeah, off to Cremyll.
Now for van setup. I think we sort of just threw it in this time. Do you think there might be something missing?
I think there's something missing from the van.
Don't really know how that happened, but turns out we don't have the cover for the brake light anymore.
So that's somewhere on the A38.
So that's good. That's a fair few steps down, but pretty much worth it. It is cracking views. You can see all the way out to Plymouth from here, the dockyards. It's just down the road from where we're staying.
So we have just got the foot ferry across from Mount Edgecombe over to Royal William Yard. Someone's doing some DIY just behind us there. So yeah, we've come to Royal William Yard. So it's a great place in Plymouth, which has got lots of lovely restaurants and bars, all in the old...
Oh, it's a military compound of some kind. I don't know what one, but yeah.
We need to do our research.
Yeah.
But we have come here quite a bit. We do love coming here. They've often got little arts and crafts markets going on, and it's just a really lovely place to come sit and drink. So we're going to have a few drinks here, have a little look around. There's also a really cool pub around the corner, so we're hoping that's open. So we're going to head there and yeah, just spend a couple of hours here before hopefully finding a way to get back to the other side of the water. So this is the point in the vlog where we are stood looking out over the water, hoping that we have got the ferry times right and that we will have a boat to take us back to the other side. Otherwise we're sleeping in Plymouth. So it's very, very quiet and there's currently no sign of a boat. But I'm hoping that there will be one soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise we're booking a hotel.
Be interesting.
No, it's fine. I think there'll definitely be a ferry. There are cars waiting on this side, which suggests that people are getting the boat over and then picking up a car and going that way. So I have full faith in the fact that a ferry will appear any minute and we will be able to get back to Cornwall from Devon and back to our van. So watch this space.
We have a boat.
Nighttime boat trip.
Good morning.
Morning.
Right, it's the next day. We had a great time at that campsite. It's a real sort of bare bones place, but it's just so quiet and peaceful. You're right near a road, but there's not really the road to anywhere, so you sort of left your own devices down there. And there's a few other people who ended up turning up in tents, but it was pretty much just completely silent down there. obviously we went across to Plymouth on the boat, which was a bit of a novelty. Yeah, it's just this proximity to there, plus it being nice and quiet. It was a lovely time.
Like Tom said, there is very much back to basics. So there is one compost kind of long drop style toilet, and there is a little basin as well. Well, I say basin, a little bucket with a tap for running water. But we were saying actually, if we had a slightly bigger van with a toilet and a sink and everything in it, it would be a perfect place to go and stay. Obviously a little bit more challenging in the Caddy, but only 20 minutes from home, so not too far for us to head back. But yeah, we thought we'd make the most of being in this part of Cornwall, and we are off to the beach for a quick swim before we head back.
Yes, we've just dropped into Tregantle car park, which is just up from the beach, so we're just going to take a short walk down. Yeah, and we'll just take a little swim and then head back, I think.
Yeah, nice way to spend Sunday morning.
Pretty cold.
That's a fun way to start a Sunday. I think this is the first time that we've been to sea this year that it's not sunny. So
Yeah, it's not quite so fun when it's so sunny. This is just a huge beach though. We've never been here before, but it's just massive. And it's quite quiet at the minute. I mean, it's fairly early on a Sunday morning.
it's actually starting to rain. Raining? Is it raining? Feel like it's raining. My shoes.
Good swim.
Yeah, that was a very bracing swim. I think it's probably the coldest it's been in the sea this year.
Yeah,
And no sun.
no sun and a bit of rain, so that's nice.
But lovely way to start Sunday. We're now going to head back home, grab some stuff to make some breakfast on the way back and enjoy the rest of our weekend. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, very short, 24 hours, but yeah, it's just nice to get away and do something different, so we thought, why not film it?
So yeah, thank you for joining us for a little 24 hours, a little adventure over to Camp Bedrock and Cremyll and over to Plymouth. A little bit different for us. I think we need to try to get to do this more, so get out and about, even if it's just for 24 hours, and just to show you all a little bit more of our home county as well, because Cornwall's got an awful lot to explore and it's right on our doorstep, so we want to get out and about and show you much more of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Lovely. Have a good one.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Cheers,
See you
man.
next time.